Ooh. I would love to do a Vampire Diaries 4-part finale special where Elena has to kind of turn into James Bond meets um, Angelina Jolie and has to go, or Bourne. You know how they go across Europe and they find out they have to go to London, and then they find out in London a new piece of information that really is in Paris, and then they have to fly to Paris, and then in Paris they find out that the villain has relocated to Barcelona, and along the way things happen. I would love to just do like a multi-country European adventure episode, multi-episode special. And of course, it would have to revolve around Elena slash Catherine. Or maybe Catherine, because, I don't know. The point is, that would be fun, because then I'd get to go to all those places.
We shot the pilot in Vancouver. It happens to be one of my favorite cities in North America. I think it's stunning. I'm a snowboarder. I like mountains. If I could relocate it to Europe, one of the most visually stunning places I've ever been is the Greek islands. I don't think that'd make any sense, though, for Vampire Diaries. Southern Amalfi Coast of Italy is amazing, and Switzerland is incredible. So give me any one of those, and I'll be good.
If there was anywhere that I could choose to film Vampire Diaries, it would actually be Transylvania, Romania. And you know why. It's just, you know, if we're gonna go there, go there.
If we could shoot an episode of Vampire Diaries anywhere, I would, anywhere. That is where I would shoot it, anywhere. I love being here in Atlanta. We have been hounding our writers to shoot like somewhere fun. We're like, well, you know, Gossip Girl went to Paris and One Tree Hill went skiing, and but you know, we're early in our season 3, and there's a lot of things that need to be figured out in Mystic Falls. Yeah, I'm hoping for a class field trip for senior year. Fingers crossed.
If I could choose to shoot this show anywhere in the world that I would love, or if I could choose to shoot this show in any city around the world, I would choose Paris. And I think the show would be well served if it was shot in Paris.
Wow. Let's see, if I could film Vampire Diaries anywhere in the world. That's tough. God, I wish. Let's say Tokyo. Yeah. Yeah, let's shoot the Vampire Diaries in Tokyo. I've never been. I want to go. It seems lively. There's a lot of people there. It seems like a little futuristic city to me sometimes with pictures that I've seen. Some parts of it, not all of Tokyo. And I think it'd be fun for werewolves and vampires to be running around the streets of Tokyo.
Well, there's something about the city aside from just, you know, the cliches of romance and the City of Light. It's if you spend any time there, it's very, very dark. It's very dark. For all the love and the romance that you know, and all the iconic shots of Paris, of lovers throughout Paris, there is a very dark element to Paris that I love. I mean, and some of the sculptures. I mean, there's a statue behind Notre Dame that you can see of the Grim Reaper emerging from a tomb, and there's a tour you can take which is absolutely fascinating, where you go underground and you can tour the catacombs of Paris, and you're talking about 10 million, you know, people who've been like their bones have been moved into the catacombs of Paris because all the cemeteries were so bloated with dead bodies. It just kept popping out of the ground every time it would rain. So they had to take their remains and they put them basically in these catacombs underneath Paris, which just spanned for miles and miles and miles. And it's such an interesting and morbid tour to take. But to me, that's the essence of it, you know. And it's like I like like, as I understand it, there's the French term for having an orgasm is known as a little death. You know, which I like, and so it's like, so you know, the life and the death, the light and the dark, and the underworld, and you know, all the way up to like the Sacre Coeur at the top of Paris, the heart, you know, which I love, there's that polarity, and just the history and the culture and the language. I just think that if I were a vampire, that's where I'd live.